Hi there, it's Kevin with Roguedeckbuilder.com, here with another matchup between rounds again. This is just in the tournament practice as I'm queued in a modern daily, sitting at 3-0 right now. Let's see, we will not mulligan this hand, it's sweet. Other than I don't like these temples coming to play tap, but that's fine, we'll have a turn 2 blood Sylvan Carotid rather than an Elvish Mystic. And who knows, we could still draw into a forest for an Elvish Mystic. Even though at this point I probably don't even want to see another land. We have all the mana we need for this deck to function. And there's a Boon Satyr. We do like the Boon Satyr. It's going to be this Temple of Abandon. And we will put this on the bottom. We do not need an Overgrown Tomb. And this turn we can shock ourselves and put a Sylvan Carotid. So Temple of Mystery, huh? It's going to be a bug deck. Interesting. That you find some very interesting decks in the tournament practice for sure. So, yep, going to shock myself here. And go ahead and throw out the Sylvan Carotid. Now again, Ashiok could be in this deck, but there's no Phonox decks out yet. We still have a day before the pre-releases. Let's see, a Nightvale Spectre. Not too concerned with a Nightvale Spectre, as I'm going to be able to get in here for 3 with a Dreg Mangler. Yeah, so we'll just do that. We'll definitely just scry something off the top. Don't want a Keyrune at this point. Keyrune is for early acceleration. And we'll go ahead and start the beatdown with a Dreg Mangler. Get in there for 3. And look at this. We have a very, very fast clock up. That's why I like this Jund deck. As, I mean, he can get anything off the top here. I'm not too worried about it. He can cast a lot of stuff out of my deck. But I have 2 of the Dreg Manglers already out. So Blood Crypt, that's actually good for him. He can play that. Now he can cast anything he gets with his Nightvale Spectre. But he has to shock himself. Let's see if a Desecration Demon comes out here. Yep, a big D comes out. And I probably will kill it with a Gore Clan here. So I'm just going to go ahead and tack in here with a Mangler. And he does not block, so that is interesting. I think what I do here is I just put out... Oh, wow. I should have put another land out so I could have actually... Yeah, we're just going to do 3 to him. That's fine. And this allows us to cast an Elvish Mystic, which we can sack to the Desecration Demon, and flash in a Boon Satyr. I think that's the right play. So, no... We're not going to do that. We're actually just going to Elvish Mystic here. Yeah, that's going to be my line of play. And I could have gone another Dreg Mangler attack, but I think we're going to do this. We're going to try to kill him this following turn. And hopefully he doesn't get something cool off the top from me. But at this point, I don't know if he has to shock himself again. I think this is going to be pretty much game. Yes, we'd like to sacrifice an Elvish Mystic. Now he can attack in. Nightvale Spectre's fine. He's already played a land too, so if he gets a land, he can't play my land. A Stormbreath Dragon, which he cannot cast. I would have liked that. Stormbreath Dragon. But now, at the end of turn, we will flash in Mr. Boon Satyr. And we'll cast a Dreg Mangler. Yeah, I still think casting Dreg Mangler here is the right play. As this is lethal by itself, and it'll force him to react. Here, yeah, he's got to kill something. And allow us to Gore Clan the other one. So if he heroes downfalls... Devour Flesh. Okay, we're going to tap this for a green. Oh, geez. He could still have... Do I just go for it here? Do I... we just let it go. So if you got a Hero's Downfall, he lives to see another day. If not, he's just dead. Because he would just respawn now to the Hero's Downfall. That was actually pretty good. I guess I should have sacrificed him on Putrefy on there, and he's down to a 4. That is definitely fine. Not going to sacrifice anything here. See if he gets in with Big D. He does get in with Desecration Demon. No, he does not. Okay, that's smart. He does get in. Okay. He's going to keep a Mangler back. And a Caryatid. That's annoying. And he's still got 2 mana up. So pretty annoying draws here. Stomping Ground, I don't think that I do shock myself because then on the backswing. Yes, I do, because I can still Boon Satyr. Interesting little line of play here. I think the right play is definitely just going to be shock myself. No. And we'll swing in with both of these and see how he blocks. Yeah, it's going to be a Gore Clan. Let's tap our lands right, too, because we need to be able to flash the Boon Satyr in. And we'd rather have him actually keep his Caryatid alive, so we're going to put it on this one. So if he has any sort of Putrefy, he's got to Putrefy this one and still lose his Night Veil Spectre. And he doesn't have it. He runs out of the removal. And yeah, we're golden. So basically just a mono black version with the bug cards. So what's going to come in is the Rakdos' Return, the Rurik Thar, and the Chandra. And I believe that's it. I mean, you could have the argument for Mizzy Mortars because he is Caryatid version, and he could be, but he might be Reaper of the Wild version, so it doesn't hit that. So I'm not too concerned with anything. I don't think Storm Breaths are necessary in this matchup. I think it's the weakest card, actually. Maybe Drag Mangler's weaker than Storm Breath. But, I mean, I have to get rid of a Drag Mangler as well. This puts us down to a low creature count, though, so maybe that's not the right play. Maybe we just do want to go the Rakdos Keyrune. So I'm going to go ahead and get rid of these Drag Manglers, all of them, and maybe a Boon Satyr? No, Boon Satyr's way too powerful. I think it is going to be the Armed and Dangerous and Far and Flesh and Blood, and we'll keep in 2 Drag Manglers again. I think this is the best line of play. Well, do you know what? Dreadbore should come in versus Desecration Demon, I think. Golgari Charm is pretty decent, but I don't think it makes the cut. I will take the Drag Manglers out in 1 Storm Breath. We'll submit this. Decent hand. Not the best hand ever, but it ramps very well. And it's got Caryatids that can stay out. And all we need is, like a Domri's great to draw into. There's Domri. Perfect. So turn 2 Domri, a lot of decks have a hard time coming back from turn 2 Domri. If he Thoughtseize, of course, that gets rid of that. It might just be, okay, Devour Flesh, that's fine. Puts me back a turn, though. But he has to use Devour Flesh on just an elf. And now we Caryatid. And next turn we can Domri. See if he's got another Devour Flesh. If he's got another Devour Flesh, it's fine. Because we can actually do both now. We can actually Mystic and Domri. So we're going to do Domri here. And +1. And Domri never hits. And Wolvish Mystic. And next turn we have a Storm Breath ready to fire. You could have a Desecration Demon. That will be difficult for us to deal with. But we do have the Storm Breath Dragon Gore Clan Rampager combo. They can actually get rid of it. And it looks like he does Ashiok's. Ashiok's pretty decent. I think I'll just ignore Ashiok. Or maybe just take Ashiok down by 1. I'm not sure the best line of play here. I think, of course, it's just going to be look at the top. Get a Sylvan Caryatid out of our hand here. And geez, I don't even know. Ashiok, though, he'll have to choose to use kill the Ashiok next turn to throw out a Storm Breath. So I'm thinking that Storm Breath of my own is better because it's going to be able to Boon Satyr onto the Storm Breath next turn. So I'm not going to attack Ashiok because Ashiok just mills again and then I have to attack it again. So I'm just going to go for him. That way he's got some decisions to be made. And he gets nothing. He gets my Rakdos' return though, but he's up to a 7 on the Ashiok. And I do believe I just gun him down. I think that's the right line of play. Could Hero's Downfall on the Storm Breath Dragon. That could be... Yep, that is a little bit of a problem because now I am still dealing with that Ashiok. There's another Boon Satyr. Let's look at the top, see if anything comes out. That's a Domri off the top. But our Domri is getting pretty scary here. So I think what I do is I still can't Boon Satyr. If I Gorklan Rampage or my Elvish Mystic, it puts him down to a 1. And then he can't cast my own Storm Breath against me, which might actually be the right line of play. Or I think I just cast. I think I just hard cast a Gorklan Rampager. Whoops, and I could have gotten there for 1. That was silly of me, because now he can cast a Storm Breath Dragon no problem. And actually attack Domri. Yeah, that's what he's going to do. He's got to go for Domri here, though. I would have to think. Yep. So Domri it is. See if he's got another Devour or another Hero's Downfall. Putrefy. No, it's just a Carotid. So we should be good. I'm just going to attack. This time I am going to attack into Ashiok. And he's just going to let Ashiok die. Which I'm still... I'm going to Boon Satyr. Because I need to fight off his Storm Breath. Because my Domri is just going to die anyway, and I've got the other one. So now I've got an 8-6 Gorklan. That's going to be very rough for him to deal with. He can't put out a Desecration Demon now. Nope, Hero's Downfall, but that gets my Boon Satyr back. So definitely still in the driver's seat. Another Gorklan. So I think the right line of play is just going to be Domri. And again, just look here. Of course, there's nothing that I can fight. Oop, get a Rurik Thar. That's really good. And this allows me to Gorklan if I wanted to, but I think I'm just going to Carotid. Attacking with Boon Satyr. And poor guy missed a lot of land drops, but he's got 4 mana now. But, I mean, he's just so far behind that, yeah, this other Carotid is going to give me enough mana to actually cast the Rurik Thar. And I can fight anything he puts out. If he puts out a Desecration Demon here, yeah, he's just dead, actually. I could care less. I just tap down the Desecration Demon. 5 mana. Interesting what you can do for 5 mana. I'm not even sure. Just a Consuming Apparition, which is terrible. Because I just... Gorklan Rampager past it. I mean, I can actually just fight it if I cast a... Jeez. I mean, you could mill. That's... I believe I just fight. Yep, he knows I'm in a Rurik Thar, fight, and then that's over. So anyway, yeah, then we would get in there for 4, he'd be down to a 6, and we draw into, you know, more Boon Satyrs. I mean, Boon Satyrs seem like this, they're actually a lot better than I gave them a lot of credit for. There's something I could definitely think about messing with the actual number in the main board of what I'm going to be running. As I mean, this deck's running pretty good. Of course, just both these decks aren't tier 1 decks. They're both not. Yeah, this is like an Ashiok Mill deck and whatnot. But as Desecration Demon has Hero's Downfall, so at least you kind of get the feel of how it plays against Mono Black. I mean, this could have been a Desecration Demon. I mean, Pack Rats could have come out. Pack Rats are very, very bad against this deck because they can't jitter in fast enough before I start just beating them down. They have to use them defensively for like Dreg Manglers and stuff, and then Domries come out and start picking them off, and yeah, then they're just so far behind. So again, I'm not worried about Mono Black. I think this deck has good against Mono Blue. It's very good against Esper. It's definitely the thing I think I'm going to be running. Feeling good about it. Let me know what you think. This is Kevin with Roguedeckbuilder.com. Thanks for watching.